An estimated 5 million Somalis are in need of food aid after sparse rains triggered drought in much of the country. In Southwest State alone, nearly 820,000 people are in dire need of urgent humanitarian support, according to a new report from the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs.
I came from Vula Lir village to escape the harsh conditions there. We don't have food, water, and clothes. Our farms are barren, our livestock are dead, and our man cannot find any work to do. I lost my son because I couldn't find any food or water to give him. Now another one is also in the hospital. I also lost 12 members of my family. We are in so much despair. This morning, we did not cook anything because I have nothing to feed my children. They are here crying. We urgently need food, water, and medicine.
Peter de Klerk, the UN resident humanitarian coordinator for Somalia, visited a camp and a key hospital to meet with victims of the drought.
Well, we have a very serious drought situation at the moment in Somalia. In fact, 5 million people in this country, which is more than 40% of the population, are currently in need of food aid because they don't have enough to eat. So this is a result of the fourth consecutive drought season that we did not have enough rains. So it's going to take, as we know, another 4 months before we have another rainy season, and that's going to be a very difficult period for people like this. And we will see more and more people arriving in these kind of camps. So they need assistance to help them through this season. And then hopefully also there's going to be assistance for them to restart their lives, and that's going to be much more difficult. This is just humanitarian aid, this is short-term aid, but in the long term these people also need to get a livelihood again.
The next day, de Klerk and other officials attended the Humanitarian Response Plan conference in the Somali capital of Mogadishu. The goal of the plan is to raise $864 million in humanitarian aid.
I am therefore reiterating my call to the international community to step up strong support to the people of Somalia. The resources provided will continue to save lives and boost livelihoods, provide much needed basic services, protect vulnerable people, and foster the resilience of the people.
The Humanitarian Response Plan, which will target 3.9 million vulnerable Somalis, seeks to provide life-saving assistance to endangered groups, reduce acute malnutrition, reinforce the protection of displaced persons, and promote the restoration of livelihoods.
The agenda for the incoming federal government of Somalia has to be affected by this crisis. And, you know, in some ways, the legitimacy of the incoming government will in part be viewed by the degree to which it comes to terms with this problem and puts its weight behind solving it.
The Somali federal government is committed to do its level best to ensure timely and coordinated response to the drought emergency. We are working closely with humanitarian organizations and have already put in place drought response mechanisms. A national drought relief committee led by the Deputy Prime Minister is established and will be responsible for policy setting and strategic guidance.
South-South News.